is for you is a lot of people coming to Durban, or a lot of people who are in Durban spending a lot of money. How much of a difference does it make to the city and the spending that happens?
Well, Durban July attracts more than 55,000 people to the race course. But the Durban July is bigger than what happens at the Greyville race course because there are many other events that takes place before Durban July and after Durban July. So the economic impact of the entire experience is estimated at more than 125 million rand. It's one of the biggest events, not only in Durban but in South Africa.
Yep. So, looking at, I just mentioned visitors to Durban, how many people are Durban people who are spending more money because of that event, and how many are people from outside who come and spend money?
Well, more than 55% of people who come and experience the Durban July event are coming from outside of Durban. So of the 125 million rand direct spend, I would say more than 100 million, it comes directly from those who are coming from outside of Durban. So it is a very good tourism event, and it's also good for the economic development in the city.
Now, it's obviously not easy to create an event with a 100-year history like the Durban July. What are the other events that you can hang this kind of attraction around, other attractions rather, around? One thinks of big rugby games, for example, big soccer games at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. What else are you using to draw as the kind of profit leader, and then other things happen around it?
Well, there are many other events that takes place around it. For example, there are many music shows that were organized as pre-parties for Durban July, and there were many others that were organized as after parties. And it's the attendance to those shows, the pre and after parties were more than 25,000 people. So that's another big number. So besides the actual Durban July, the pre and after parties, they've got their own numbers, and the spend in terms of those events are it's estimated at more than 10 million rand. So it's a huge event. But besides the Durban July, there are many other events. I mean, we are coming from the Top Gear, and this weekend we're having the Durban Beach Extravaganza, which is another a big event which is related to the beachfront. So this is part of promoting the city of Durban as a coastal city and also as a beach destination.
Well, I'm a great supporter of Durban. I always think it gets an unfair comparison when Cape Town is being talked about. Everyone thinks Cape Town's the place to go. I prefer Durban myself personally. And there's been a lot of upgrading of facilities. Some of the facilities were run down. Some of them were perceived as unsafe on the beachfront. You've spent a lot of money over the past few years upgrading. Has it worked, and are the numbers showing this?
Well, the city, on the beachfront promenade alone, the city spent more than 200 million, in fact more than 700 million. And the response from the private sector towards that upgrade is more than 350 million, and there is another 1.5 billion rand, if I'm not mistaken, from Sun Coast project, which is about to be implemented. So these are big numbers as a response to what the city has done in as far as the infrastructure is concerned. And within the precinct, the entire precinct, the city has, in the last 5 years, has invested more than 5 billion rand in terms of infrastructure. That would include the Moses Mabhida Stadium. But there are other investments that the city has made in other tourism nodes within the city, which is Umhlanga Rocks as well as Amanzimtoti and some of the townships. So, but all that we are doing is not because we want to be compared with any other city. We are doing what we believe is right for the city, and we are doing things that we believe will take the city to another level. And we believe that there shouldn't be any competition with Cape Town, but instead we should work together we don't view them as a competition at all.
Right.
But
Last question for you, Phillip, is the new airport. It's not so new anymore. It's a few years there now. That shifted the centre of gravity from the North Coast, Durban, South Coast, very much towards the North Coast. What effect has that had on tourism?
Well, Durban Tourism, when we look at the region, we not only concentrate on the region that is within the boundaries of eThekwini municipality. We treat places like Palito and other small towns that are adjacent to Durban as part of us. So the impact has not been negative. Instead, it has been positive, because the development that is taking place in the north of Durban, inside and outside eThekwini municipality boundaries, has a huge economic impact in as far as the eThekwini's economy is concerned. And the south of Durban, in as much as the airport was relocated to the north, but the expansion and the dugout of the port is going to come up with its own impact, with its own economic impact on the south of Durban.
Okay. All right, Phillip, interesting stuff. We need to revisit some of these issues. That's Phillip Sithole, head of Durban Tourism.